Hello, a quick video today on a question that we keep getting asked, fun enough, and it is what scheduling platform or social media management tool do we use? And the answer is we don't. That comes across as a little bit surprising to a lot of companies and a lot of other agencies who kind of rely on social media management tools to schedule and distribute their content. But the reason we don't use them here at Updates Media is purely because A, I think it makes you lazy. More on that in a minute. B, I think the tools that you get through scheduling platforms aren't as great as if you post natively. And finally, the analytics just aren't necessarily as strong. So why do I think it makes you lazy? Well, it's just very, very simple to go onto a scheduling platform or the social media management tool, put up a piece of content, and then schedule it to go out, 4 times over the next 2 weeks, and then you can just go away and forget about it. Whereas what we know is that social media is exactly that. It is social, it is active, it is live, and therefore, when you're just scheduling pieces of content to go out, it's just so unauthentic or inauthentic. It just doesn't get the kind of treatment that it deserves. And the other thing, especially with the likes of Instagram stories and I think it should be a kind of a summary of your day. It should be active, it should be live, and just using these scheduling platforms just isn't in our opinion the kind of way to go. The second reason is when you look at the likes of Creator Studio now, which Facebook have created, the amount of options that you have when posting directly through those platforms, and yes, you can schedule through those platforms if you want to, is like you can, for example, add videos to, say, a playlist or a series, and you just don't generally have those options using a third-party tool. So we find that, again, when uploading natively through Creator Studio or Media Studio for Twitter, that the options that you have are just so much greater. So we always publish natively using those platforms. And finally, the analytics that you get when looking directly again at the Creator Studio or Media Studio are just so unbelievable. So we generally download all of the information directly from Twitter or Facebook and actively analyze each post, whereas generally through a platform you only get, or a third-party platform, you only really get kind of the top level information. Whereas when you download the data, you can start to see which post specifically led to the highest increase in new followers, for example, or which post had the average watch time, or the longest average watch time. And it's this type of information that you just cannot really get from a third party or a social media scheduling platform. So yeah, my advice was always to upload content and distribute it natively. If you do need to schedule content, say for example over a weekend or something like that, obviously you can do that through Media Studio and Creator Studio. So it's not like you lose the ability to schedule, because I know it is important. But the reality is that you just get so much more opportunity, so many more tools, so much more data when uploading and using the likes of Creator Studio and Media Studio. So yeah, it comes a bit of a surprise when we do speak to brands and they ask us which platforms we use, because the answer is, well, we don't. Anyway, hope that was useful. If you want to find out more, obviously feel free to get in touch. Cheers.